was a bit close, but I ain't mad at it. It's closing day! Woo! Girl, I'm lying. They had to reschedule closing. What might cause some upset is actually a setup. Hey Bible beauties, welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, I am Yasmine Williams-Woods, and every single Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I release faith-based content to help women conquer life and everything it throws at them by leveraging the courageous love of Jesus. And this week is no different. For the Conquer Life part of this video, I am sharing some vlog footage from our new construction home. And then when I show you the updates, you're gonna be like, oh baby, no wonder they had to reschedule closing, because it's giving very much hot mess. What is this? For the courageous love of Jesus part, I'm sharing the spiritual takeaways that I've had on this home buying, home building journey, because you know, God is speaking, moving, and working in all things at all times. Okay, so when we got the news that closing was canceled or closing was rescheduled, let me choose my words carefully, because y'all know there's life and death in the power of your tongue. I ain't trying to speak no life over cancellation. So that they had to reschedule closing, we were rightfully upset. It's been over 14 months, y'all. But let me take you to the word of God. A hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms a quarrel. This has been a long process for us. God, where is the peace? Where is the comfort? Where is the familiarity? Where's the solid foundation? We have just been waiting for a win. Not just a house, God, however you want to bless me. Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, God, indeed. Death has been defeated, He is our victory. Bless me, God, not just for me, but so everyone around me can have everything they need. You with me? So yeah, we've just been waiting for a win. So again, when we got the news that the closing date had been pushed back, it was heartbreaking. And I know some people might watch it like, girl, it's just 2 weeks. You need to thank God. You need to be grateful. Like, girl, it's just 2 weeks. But when you've been through the kind of hell that we've been through, 2 weeks can feel like 2 eternities. And maybe you can relate to getting a word from God and you know that that thing is going to happen. Like, we knew that we were going to close. We knew that we were finally going to have an opportunity to move. We knew. So you get this word and you know that the thing is going to happen, but then you wait and you wait and you go through season of waiting, only for that thing not to happen. Basically, you endure, and then when you're so close to that thing and you know you close to that thing, God's like, nah, it ain't time yet. Tell me you wouldn't be heartbroken, sis. Tell me you wouldn't feel indignant and like you got every right to be hot-tempered. So with the initial disappointment, our initial thought was to advocate for ourselves and the inconvenience that all of this had on our family. Once we started to have those conversations, it was honestly getting very messy. There was like back and forth. There was rejection. There were no's. There were yeses. There was wait time. It was becoming very stressful, and I was like, God, I just really want and need this to be a peaceful process, and rather than them compensate us for whatever the inconvenience is, my peace is more important than that. Like, nah, I'm good. Just y'all finish the house. Let us know when y'all done. We still here, because I want to protect my peace around this thing that God has promised me, this thing that God has provided. All that to say, when things don't go according to your plan, your timeline, your expectations, even what you feel like you knew God said, remain calm. Protect your peace at all costs. You know it's going to work out for you, because God has never lost a battle. So instead of walking around defeated, let the one who's undefeated fight for you. The battle is not yours. Speaking of fighting, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. So many things have happened on this journey. It's been good, it's been great, as I shared with y'all in this video. But honey, you already know when something good is going down, the enemy is gonna come and attack and annoy. So it has definitely been some mishaps along the way. So you know, at the beginning of the journey, we couldn't find anything that we wanted. Then there was an issue with budgeting and finances. Then there was an issue with the bricks. There was an issue with the stairs. And now closing date has been pushed back. Woo! But God has literally fought for us every single step of the way. And I emphasize step, because the way He came through on these steps is nothing but God. The first thing is with the brick. The initial brick that we ordered was no longer in stock. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, what do you mean? Why y'all let us order? When we ordered it, y'all should have ordered it. Or it shouldn't have been an option if y'all didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so the brick that we initially requested was out of stock. This became like a whole 2-day debacle because then we had to look at new selections and try to find a new brick that we wanted. Well, the issue there is that the brick we requested was the whitest brick that our builder had. And y'all know me, the brick is so important to me. I wanted a white brick house. This was an answered prayer by God. This was a divine move of God that he'd orchestrated this and made it work. Watch this video if you haven't so you know what I'm talking about. So I just was like devastated. It was a lot of back and forth. It was overwhelming. It was stressful because this is like the whole outside of the house. So it changes everything. And so we ended up choosing a brownish white brick. But in this debacle, we learned about white mortar. The representative, whom I've just grown to really appreciate, was like, oh, if you get white mortar, then that will lighten the brick and it'll look more white. Yes, sign me up. Whatever looks like it's been washed by the blood of God, it's so white, it's so clean, it's so pure that God's blood has clearly been on it, then like, yeah, give me that. Now, had this issue never transpired where the brick was out of stock, we never would have learned about white mortar. And if we never would have learned about white mortar, the house wouldn't have appeared to be as white as it could possibly be. Because long story short, after all of this, changing to the white mortar and all that, turns out that they actually were able to get the brick that we initially ordered, which still ain't as white as I wanted to be white, but with the white mortar is giving very much white. It would have given off-white beigey brown if it wasn't for the white mortar. So all I'm saying is what was meant for our harm, God is using it for our good, and he really does work every single thing out for the good of those who love God and who are called according to his purposes, because he worked that thing out for us. He knew how badly I wanted white brick, and I was going to pull up and the house was not going to look white because the mortar was not white. Won't he fix it? Won't he do it? So when things happen that are an inconvenience, that are a disappointment, just trust that it is God's plan. Like, yes, God, I see you. What you trying to set up over there? God, this is a major inconvenience. This is so disappointing. This is so frustrating. But God, I know it means you are up to something. I know it means that you are working something out for my good. God, I know it means that you are covering a mistake, that you are making this better than I want it to be, that you are doing something exceedingly and abundantly above all I ever asked or thought. So go ahead, God, have your way, do your thing. Nothing can thwart the plans of God. So when something transpires, we just have to know that it's providential. Yes, inconvenient to you, it's a surprise to you, it's an upset to you, but God is like, yes, watch me work, watch me work, watch me whip, watch me nay-nay, watch me whip, watch me nay-nay, hey. Okay, then the other thing is they put carpet in our primary closet when it's like, friend. There's carpet, which I like, it's nice. So, but it's not supposed to be in here. While I got y'all here, I was thinking this for the future prayer closet room. I mean, I can't, my only issue is just like extra storage. My only issue is that when I'm in my prayer closet, I have to like, I'm crying, I'm turning around, I'm jumping up, so that's not gonna work. But I don't really have many other options in this house unless I do, that's interesting, unless I do the laundry room. That's my prayer closet, which I am highly open to. All right, let us keep taping. This was the biggest thing where I was like heartbroken because it was so important to me. But they had a shower door on here with the frame, and I said in my last house, nope, 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 nope. So I don't know if you remember from the last video where I updated y'all, I shared a sneak peek of the closet where I showed the herringbone towel. I didn't show the full shower because of the door was wrong, but they are fixing that, and that's what part of the big holdup is. But all right, y'all. It was always supposed to be hardwood. Turned out, instead of putting the hardwoods in our closet, they put the hardwood floors in our 5th bedroom, which was supposed to be carpeted. But now our entire downstairs is hardwood floors because of their mistake. Now it looked annoying, frustrating, of like, why we got this carpet in our closet? But God was like, look, it looks like an inconvenience because now you got this carpet in the closet. Now they gotta have more time to rip the carpet up and put the correct flooring down. But look what you got out of it. It's what you really wanted to begin with. Like, we really didn't didn't want it to have carpet, but for financial reasons, the room was gonna have carpet. But God said, I'm gonna cover what you can't cover. I'm gonna do what you can't do. I'm gonna make ways and open doors that no man can open or shut. And that's on period. So it looked like a mistake, but look at that. We end up getting hardwoods and it didn't cost us nothing but a little bit of time. Y'all heard the Baptist preacher say it all the time. What might cause some upset is actually a setup. Hey. Let me run it back and take y'all through the timeline a little bit. Some of this is in this video and a whole combination of videos. Just check out the playlist after this. Okay, so we moved here in 2021 and we thought we were gonna get to Texas and just immediately buy a home, or you know, just a couple months, whatever, buy a home, because we sold our home in Tennessee and we thought we were gonna use the money from selling that house just to go ahead and buy another house. Well, that didn't really happen. As I alluded to earlier, the housing market was a whole hot mess, and in full transparency, we just didn't have the budget and we could not get the finances that we needed to get a home that was comparable with what we had in Tennessee. We just weren't comfortable with spending significantly more for a significantly smaller space. It was looking really bad, and so we really were about to move forward on a home that was a whole 1,000 square feet smaller, and that was $200,000 more than our previous home. And I know market changes with time and all that, but it was like really, it was like just astronomically out of order. And it was also a 1-story house, which is cool. I feel like one day my ultimate dream home, my last like final home, forever home, will likely be a 1-story, because you know, people be aging or whatever. Everybody can't have mega needs. But I've never wanted a 1-story house. But we about to move forward. It's like, God, this is what you are providing. So, you know, we look at our situation and feel like, oh, God is providing. No, that's you forcing. But God ain't providing, you pushing. But in my mind, in my carnal ways, and me trying to rationalize with God, I'm like, look, God, this is what you provide, this is what we were gonna do. We really were about to move forward on this house. Oh, and I didn't even tell you, girl, the brick was not white, it was brown. White was not an option, it was gonna have to be brown. I didn't care though, because I was thirsty, but God blocked it. And I just could not understand why. Like, why, God? Why not? Why not? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's cool, we'll make it work, it's straight. Yeah, I know it's less space, but then again, Josh isn't here full time anyway, so like, God, it's really okay, trust me. And God was like, nah. And I'm just like, God, please. So I'm going back and forth. God, I'm frustrated, I'm sad, I'm crying. And honestly, like, there were days that even Sean was crying, like, yo, why can't we just get what we need and do what we need to do and operate? You know what I'm saying? Like, he moved his family here. Like, what we gonna do? Like, this is not what we thought. This is not what we envisioned. God, why not? But God said no. And you know, when he says no, is no. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can try if you want, but it ain't gonna work. It was no. So often we pray for one thing and then settle for another thing. Why? Why do we do that? If we ask, it shall be given. If we knock, then the door shall be open. If we seek, then we shall find. For the promises of God are yes, and in him, amen. You want what you asked for, or you want what you didn't ask for? What you doing? If it's not what you asked for, why are you trying to go for what you didn't ask for? So eventually we accepted the no, we gritted our teeth, but we waited. Okay, God. And I'm so glad we did, because be not weary in well doing, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you do not faint. Because as most of you know, we got the house that was the first house we went to when we moved here 2 years ago. Won't he do it? It is about the faithfulness of God and how he speaks and how he moves, how he reveals, how he shows. Like, yes, I am grateful to God that we did not get weary and we waited for God, and that we are walking into a due season. All of that to say, girl, wait on the Lord. Yes, it sucks that closing was pushed back. Oh, it's annoying. By the time you see this, we will have officially closed, unless they push back again. So pray that while you're watching this, that we are already closed on our home, if you care to pray. But I'm gonna be praying. Hopefully our next video will be our empty house tour, and so I'll be able to show you all the things that were in answered prayer and all the things that we thought we never were gonna be able to get. So yes, it does suck that it was pushed back, but we have seen throughout this process how when you're in his will and when you really trust his way, you learn that it's the best way, it's the best thing. And I am praying that you are experiencing that truth as well. And if you are in a waiting season, if you are on a long, arduous journey, then I am praying that you would just be steadfast, that you will be immovable, that you will be abounding in the work of God, of the Lord, and that you will have your eyes open to see the hand of God, and that you would be excited. You would count it all joy and just be excited that God is working this thing out, whatever it is, for you, for your good and for his glory. God ain't gonna look bad out here in these streets. I just like, okay, God, do it for your name's sake. All right, God, it's on you, God. You got this one, God. Take it, God. Do your thing, God. Do your thing, do your thing. I know that God provides, so I'm excited to see what he gonna do. How he plans to like work this thing out better than we imagine. So I'll update y'all on that, because I already know. You see I'm smiling. I know there's no way God has allowed us to be inconvenienced without it meaning something. I just been rocking with him for too long to know how he works. I mean, I gave y'all examples in this. So I was telling Sean, I was like, it worked out for us every single time. Not to be boastful on us, but on God, like, he works it out every single time. So I'm gonna brag on him every single time. I can't wait to see what he does. I can't wait to tell you about what he does.
My house, a custom sign that's
Right.
in Addie's household.
Correct.
Addie's household.
Move.
Are you gonna love this one?
No.
These are the kind of people I mean, I swear, if I came to work on Monday morning and y'all had that, what are you doing? What would you do when you walked into your job on Monday? What would you do if you walked into your job on Monday?
What do you mean?
And you left on Friday and you had all this work left. Then you came back on Monday and somebody had come in and like quadrupled your work. I would be too through. Oh, I'd be too through. Heartbroken, sad. I go home. So we are going through just putting tape on the things that are standing out that need to be touched up or redone. And they already have tape in all the different places, but we are adding on to the things we're noticing. Oh wow! Oh, does a trim go around this island? It's like stuff like this. Right, do not come. You know how on HGTV they say, okay, you can't come back to the reveal? That's how they gonna do us. But babe, I need your expert opinion. I don't want to rush you from your spot. Take your time. But I need to know if this is. Tell me. Alright, I'm gonna show y'all this leak. You see how it's coming? It's hitting all the way down here, and I'm concerned about the wood floor. It goes up. Yep. Okay, so you see, this was the frameless shower. That's how much we pay for that stuff. So, nope. Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
What are you doing? Well, either way, no thank you. Because I'm trying to look at on it.
All your pipes and stuff are right outside, dear. Addie, say hi.
I wasn't scared to go.
If you see the...
Are you now counting fast?
See the dark. And then come down. is what I was showing y'all downstairs, where it goes to the island and the floor. Does anybody have what?
The charger that can fit in my car.
Oh, like the old school kind.
It's only on 6%.
Here's why. You know why? Because you refuse to let it off.
Right, you were sitting there on it. All right, Bible Beauty, that's all I have for this video. I hope I've said something to enlighten, inform, enrich, inspire, empower you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And if so, I want to invite you to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Let me take it back a little bit, because I definitely want to invite you to share this channel with somebody else who can be fueled in their faith. But yeah, I want to invite you to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that, and keep on watching. Here's the whole playlist on our home buying journey and just our home journey. I will continue to add home decor updates, all the things to this playlist. So go ahead, check it out, save it, get used to it. And some of my favorite home YouTube channels that I watch, their videos are on there too. Some videos where I've gotten inspiration from. So, you know, check it out. You'll love it. Bye.